Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? It is your boy Jacob Jones here, man, and I'm back to shoot another video for my YouTube page. But first and foremost, man, let me say this, man, to the healthcare workers and the first responders and everybody, man, thank y'all, man. I hope that all of you are being safe during this time, man. You know, we're gonna get through this as a nation, as a world together. You know, I'm praying for you, and I hope everybody just continues to be safe and goes well. So, you know, I'm just here for you guys, and I want you guys to know that. So, yes, but we're gonna try our best to just make it do what it do. So, pretty much, I wanted to go in and bring a new video for you guys. Now, I do actually want to shout out this person because I seen this the other day, and I said, you know what, this would be a good topic for me to do. So, yes, I got two phones, as you guys can see. Well, you guys can't see, but yeah, two phones. Yeah. All right. So it's I got him a tweet. It's her Twitter handle is Pearl Perfection. It is spelled PEARLFECTTEN. Pearl Perfection. She is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Her tweet was, this is on the 2nd of April. Why aren't marriages lasting like our grandparents' generation? Open discussion, talk to me. And of course, it got like over 4,000 retweets and like 23,000 likes. So yeah, it was pretty big. I don't know her name personally, but I'm just shouting her out. I'm gonna tag her in my stuff if I can. So, you know, if you guys know who this is or whatever, please let her know and just thank you for it. So I just wanted to shout out for that. So pretty much, why aren't marriages lasting that long? That's a good question. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I just think it's a lot of different factors. But let's take to the course of what she's saying. She said, "Why aren't marriages lasting longer like our grandparents' generations?" Let's think back. It's our grandparents' generations, our generation. All those are very different. Back then, you have to think about times were extremely different back then. So we're talking about I'm pushing it here, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. So times were different back then. I would say personally, this is me. A lot of them, times were different, like I said. It's the fact that, they were getting married at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old because a lot of them at that time some were finishing high school, some weren't. They were getting married extremely young and they were going into work. And sometimes that does work out because, they've been through so much together because, probably with the war, people working, different, this and that and everything like that. So those are major factors. And I think that's kind of like a big role. And then sometimes, too, with a lot of older people, they're very stubborn. So, they're just going to stick with each other like, bump it, I done made it this far or whatever. So I guess, they looked at things a lot differently back then. They kind of let a lot of things under the rug. Because, especially with old people, they'll ride no matter what or just separate and stuff like, oh, yeah, we've been separated for years and stuff like that. So times were just different back then. But I think a lot of times, too, they were going through a lot, especially with those times were different. They were a lot tougher than we have it now. And I think sometimes we don't really look back and appreciate the older generation for what they done for us today. So I think those are just one of the things that they were willing to really, times were different. They were willing to go through that grind and everything like that. And a lot of times, look, they really loved each other. They're like, hey, look, you're supporting this household. This is what I'm supposed to do. You had a lot of men who worked, women who stayed at home, took care of the kids, whatever. So just times were just different back then. But I think a lot of times they kind of, because those times were different, but they knew off rip, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we taught. This is just what we knew, and that's just how it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a supervisor who was raised by her grandparents, and what she knew was pretty much, hey, look, I come home, I cook, I clean. You know what I'm saying? When my husband get home, by the time he watch it and sit down, dinner plate ready right there on the table, ready to go. No questions asked. You want something else? Got you. Stop what you doing. Like, that's just how she was taught. She kind of got it. It happened recently, but that's just how it was. So pretty much I do want to focus. Why aren't we seeing a lot of that? And I was, I ran it by a couple of people that I knew and I talked to some good people. And this is pretty much my opinion of why I think marriages aren't lasting a long time. I think it's, I think it's two big factors. I think it's I would say definitely people's attention spans and timing. And those are the two main reasons why I think we don't see the grandparent marriages. We don't see the 20, 30, 40, 50 years anymore because of people's attention spans. And it's just, people just aren't willing to put that time in. I mean, to be honest with you. But here's why I say that. Let's first start with people's time. Can't get my words out. Okay. Can't get my words out. Okay. Excuse me. Like I was saying, the reason why I think we don't have the grandparent marriages anymore is because people's attention span and the timing aspect. And here's why I say that. First and foremost, let me start with the attention span. A lot of times people nowadays are getting married at 24, well, 22, 23, 24, 20, well, between 22 to 28, around that range. And I feel like that, and I've kind of, I was talking to some people that, and I kind of thought about this. People are going to at least get married 2 times in their life, but I'll explain that in a second. But I think it's with people's attention span because you'll get married. Let's say I'm 28 right now. So if I get married, 15 years from now, let's use 15 years, 15 years. So you've been married a good 15 years. So I do it like this. I know how I can rephrase it. I get married at 30. I'm with my wife for 15 years. I'll be 45 years old. Relatively, I'm still young, so I still got it a little bit. I decide, one day I'll be like, baby, look, I love you. We've been through X, Y, and Z, whatever. But I just feel like it's time for me to move on. And I realistically feel like that's going to be our realistic going forward because a lot of young people, to me, and the people that I see, their attention spans are so short because they'll be like, okay, I need to move on to the next thing. This has reached its course, and I think a lot of times they're not gonna keep it pushing, and I feel like that's sad. Like, why is it that you so you just wasting 15 years for what? And I do think a lot of times, and I did mention that this the attention span because people are gonna be like, well, what, I've had enough of this. Let me move on to something else. Cause as a man, heck, if I get married at 30, I'm 45 when I break up with my wife. Hey, look, I'm still kind of young. Get me girl probably in her late 20s, early 30s. Date her for a little bit, and I might be straight then. Might make it to the end. Girl might be the same way. She might be with her husband a certain amount of times and be like, you know what, babe? I can't, it's not you, it's me, I need something different. I need some more excitement. Might be the same thing because I just think that's the problem with our generation. Our attention spans are so short. We're not willing to put that in. And then I think too, the second reason is I think it's timing because I think a lot of times when we do stuff, it's not the right time. Like I always tell people like this right here, and hear me out when I'm saying this. Anybody can do anything. But I think few of us truly appreciate everything. And I think that's where we mess up at. And that's where I'm talking about the timing aspect. Because I think a lot of times the reason why we don't see these grandparents relationships, these long marriages, is because, excuse me, is that we're not willing to just sit there and be like, you know what, hey, look, this isn't the right time. Let's do it for another time. And I think that's what messes a lot of people up because I know people right now who are younger than me who have been married. I was talking to one girl I knew the other day. She got married. She's about to get a divorce. She's like 25. So what was the point of you getting married? I don't, she has a child she's trying to take care of. Like, it's just, that's why I say the timing aspect. See, people get mad at me because I would say I want to get married in my 30s. Let me ask y'all a question, and I'm being serious when I say this. Y'all get married so young, like, how are you enjoying it? Like, this is one of the worst things that I feel like somebody can do. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean. Look, everybody's growing. Everybody can make their own decisions. But I feel like this. You talking about you want to be married for a long time. I feel like it's not a good decision that I see couples that are getting married and then a few months later you're being parents. So here's my thing. How are you really enjoying your marriage if like literally 4 to 6 months you turn around and being a parent? because that baby's gonna need your full undivided attention. See, that's why I talk about the timing aspect, because we need to be able to have that timing aspect of, okay, you know what? Hey, look, check this out, babe. We're gonna do this at this time, this time, this time. Like, we gotta break stuff down. It's just like these people are just so quick to get married and just so quick to be like, no, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And I feel like that's messed up, because me, look, I'm the type of dude, I told people I want to get married in my late 20s, early 30s, because I feel like that at least if I get married, okay, cool, I've identified, hey, I want to be with you. Cool. Get married, boom. Appreciate that. Cool beans. I'm down with that. Then we can go ahead and move forward with that. Like I feel like it's a bad look that, and like I said, we can enjoy the marriage for a year or two. Then you can sit down with your significant other and make a decision. Hey, babe, look, you ready to have kids? Cool, let's get on it. Then have kids. These people are just we're getting married just cause. What? Like we can't do that. And as society, we do have to stop that. Like it just can't be, well, I want to get married just cause. I just feel like we need to stop that. We need to make sure that we're timing things out, because the reason why I've said it, and it's videos I've watched on YouTube of people that I know, is stress. It creates a huge amount of level of stress on you that's unnecessary. Y'all, I cannot preach this enough. I understand that we want to get married and stuff like that, but I'm going to keep it real when I say this. I feel like that people in today's society will get married at least twice in their lifetime, because the first time we get married is going to be because we want to do it and we don't appreciate it the way we're supposed to appreciate it. And the reason why I say that too is people's attention spans is because we might get married for a certain amount of years and see that falls right in that we don't appreciate it. It's just like we'll be married a few years, whatever, cool, and move on to the next thing. I just feel like that's sad, y'all. And we just really need to appreciate each other and appreciate these marriages, so that way we can have these 20, 30, 40 years. But if we just constantly just, well, okay, I got her pregnant, so I got to propose and all this other stuff, then that's really not going to work. Like, look, I understand people can make those decisions. They're grown. Those are their lives. I don't personally approve of that, because I feel like this. Just because I got you pregnant doesn't mean I need to turn around and marry you right away. I should marry you first, then have a child with you, so that way that prevents your partner from having a huge amount of stress. That's a lot to be able to ask to be, because this is just my thing. This is just my thing. How is it that people who get married while they're pregnant, how is it you can truly, 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 in your heart of hearts, enjoy your marriage if 4 to 6 months later you're turning around and having a baby? How is that truly enjoying your marriage? You can't, because that baby needs your full undivided attention. And that's what I think messes a lot of people up, because they turn around and they do that. And then they wonder why it doesn't last, because see, everything didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. And it kind of just shake things up. So I just wish that we just be more smarter, especially with that aspect. But I just want to say, hey guys, I appreciate the video. If you can, look, I'm gonna tweet this girl out and I'm, tagging everything I can. Please let her know for this video. I appreciate it. You guys, look, be safe. I love you guys. Just be well. Like I said, my contact information is below this video. I got links to my social media. Please follow me or anything like that. If you guys have any video suggestions, please let me know, man. Most importantly, y'all, be safe. We're going to get through this together as a nation, and as a nation, as a country. Thank you so much. Jacob Jones, I'm out. Peace.